Hey story fans, it's the Writing Ref, here with the play call for Deadpool and Wolverine. Remember, I don't hate, I just officiate your favorite movies. Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm sorry to say, does not make any sense. But that's the point. In only 2 weeks, that film has made over $1 billion. Why is that? Is it because of the nostalgia of a returning beloved character? Maybe, but we've had that before.
So, you have a movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we'd do a movie where an octogenarian goes on an action-packed adventure. Why would anyone want to watch that? Because this geriatric dude is none other than Indiana Jones. He's the character from the things that have made us money before. Exactly, so
Is it because of the multiverse offers endless possibilities for a story? Perhaps. But to have a good multiverse story, you have to have rules. I did a video on this 3 months ago. Be sure to like and subscribe and share this video, especially if you're here for the first time. Needless to say, Marvel multiverse rules are inconsistent at best. Deadpool and Wolverine fulfills a niche that we've been missing for a long time in movies, and we're going to talk about that right now.
Why did you say that there?
It's his mother's name.
That's a lot of fish.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. Else the puck a liar call. And so good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
That was Stanley Tucci, starring as Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream. You may not recognize it due to the poetic language and all, but Puck is a hundreds of years old example of a character breaking the fourth wall, done first by the bard himself. Most people know Deadpool also breaks the fourth wall, but it's the manner in which he does it that makes it unique and something that fills a void that is sorely missed in today's media and movie culture. It makes for a superhero film which can be satire, parody, and modern mythology all rolled into one. Deadpool and Wolverine opens in a very similar way to Deadpool 1, with Deadpool breaking the fourth wall, singing the Marvel song, and then proceeding to slaughter a whole bunch of faceless or nameless bad guys. But I didn't really think much of the opening. It seemed like it was going to be a normal Deadpool movie. Except I did think in the back of my mind that here we go, there's going to be a lot of TikTok videos about this. And sure enough, there were. So enough of that. And immediately after this scene, we get the real start of the story, which begins with Wade's time travel shenanigans from Deadpool 2, which included some shenanigans in our world, and we learn now in the world of 616 Marvel Continuity, where Wade asks to become an Avenger. Now, had this been just a superhero movie, there should have been a scene before this cameo scene with Happy Hogan, with Vanessa, where Wade has just brought her back to life, and maybe he explains to her that he can't be a superhero anymore because it's what got her killed in the first place, that he time traveled to save her. She might be a little upset about this, but I think they were worried that it would extend the runtime too much for a movie they were obviously trying to keep under 2 hours because they knew they had to make it R-rated. And I don't think even Disney knew the cash cow that they had on their hands. But something that it took me a second watch to understand was that Wade wanted to keep his girlfriend safe in one universe and go be a superhero in another universe. That is a key factor that you just have to interpret and not really have spelled out for you in this movie, which is fine. Show, don't tell. But one more scene of showing would have made us understand that being rejected in this universe meant he either had to be a superhero in his own universe or give it up to make sure his girlfriend remains safe. And so that's what he does, but that also drives her away. So the inciting incident for this whole film is the TVA, previously established in Loki, basically abducts Wade. We see that they've been watching him, and that there's a loose connection to the fact that he went to another universe to apply for a job. But Paradox tells Wade that his misadventures through time are not the reason the TVA is after him. They want him to join the MCU before his own universe dies. Now it turns out, some new lore that Deadpool and Wolverine gives us, that every universe has an anchor being. When that person dies, the entire universe begins to wither. Anchor beings are an offshoot concept of Nexus beings in the comics, and we've had hints in the MCU before through WandaVision and other things that they were going to be Nexus beings. And there is a precedent for anchor beings if they're similar. They're like keystones of the multiverse, very powerful, but their deaths don't typically destroy an entire universe. That's caused by incursions, which is something else for a different video. And here's where the movie doesn't make sense. If you thought it made sense so far, is that why, out of all the characters from the Fox universe, which Deadpool is supposed to be from, do they want to rescue Deadpool and bring him to the MCU? Not Storm, well, we've already had Professor X, but oops.
What you say?
And of course, the Fantastic Four characters. So why did they not get to go to the sacred timeline? There's no answer to this question, and just a distraction, kind of where Thor is crying over Deadpool, a joke which comes up several times. Now, the normal movie would fall apart right here, but Deadpool and Wolverine isn't a normal movie. The real reason they want Deadpool is meta. Paradox represents a Disney executive, and Deadpool has been so successful they've agreed to move him to the sacred timeline, or the MCU. The entire narrative becomes meta for Deadpool in that moment, but it brings up a heartfelt new beginning for Wolverine. Because the rest of the movie is just Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where two misfits run into a big monster and some weirdo, and then end up escaping the island of misfit toys, superheroes. And then when they get back to where they started, they use their special powers to overcome the adversary and save Christmas, the MCU. So somehow, at the end of the day, Deadpool and Wolverine take some big no-nos of writing that I would not recommend for any of you writers out there, like not having clear motivations or not having clear world-building rules, and shows you that there is an exception to every writing rule. If you've got a meta-narrative that works on both a parody level and a heartfelt superhero mythology level, then you could have a billion-dollar hit on your hands. Hey, if you like this video, leave a like. If you disagree with anything I said, throw the red flag in the comments and tell me what I got wrong. Share this video with your Deadpool-loving friends, and as always, I've been the Writing Ref, and that's been the call.